they've hardly strung two passes together, because a lot of their attacks have been Chelsea giving the ball away. But there Murillo just tried to put it inside the fullback. It's a really good idea, just didn't execute it. And it's the first time really we've seen Alexander Zinchenko bombing on. You know, Nico Williams got his hands full because Cucurella, as we said, at times I'm watching him and he's in the box, I'm thinking, wow. You know, and he thrives on that. The Spaniard's saying, right, if you don't bother pressing me, I'm going to creep all the way into your box. So I think Nico Williams has decided he better come out and greet him, and he's done just that in the last 5 minutes.
Long ball forward from Sanchez isn't a great one, but the header comes straight back to him via footwork from Chalobah. Lays it off to Cucurella, back into Garnacho. Not a great touch from him, but that will be a foul, I assume. Cucurella then thrashes the ball at Sangare's foot, but the free kick had already been given, so he gets away with one there. Does Cucurella. Ball now back at the feet of Javier. Lays it to the left-hand side for Chalobah. He's got Sanchez behind him and does utilise the goalkeeper.
I bet it's one of those games where, you know, if you're at the City ground, you can hear the players shouting to each other. You know, it seems like, again, it's very quiet. You can tell that the Forest fans are settled back, saying, what you're going to show us today.
Ball given away again. Now Gibbs wide! Oh, he's put it wide. It was given away once again by Chelsea in that back line. Awoniyi, for the first time this game, makes a good decision. First time with the right foot, lays it off to Gibbs White via through Lavia. And it's a second time effort from the Nottingham Forest captain, going for that top left corner and almost catches it so sweetly.
Oh, almost, that being the operative word. Ball breaks to him, he's leaning back. I don't think it's a good hit, that. I really don't. I think he got time also to take a touch. You know, well, here's a chance again. Here come Forest.
Douglas Luiz heads it across to Gibbs White. Oh, again acrobatic, and again it's wide of the post. But what are Chelsea doing at the back here? That's twice in as many minutes now. They've given the ball away around the back four. It's simple stuff. They're not executing well. It's Aki and Pog. He misreads the bounce of the ball. Then on the stretch, flicks it up into the air. Douglas Luiz gets there, heads across to Gibbs White. It is slightly behind the Forest captain. That one definitely a more difficult effort than the one previous. But again, how have Forest not scored?
Yeah, really hard there for Gibbs White. And it looks like, oh, it's easy, just put it in, but the ball bouncing away from him. And you know, it's like that. I talked about Acheampong. I'm not convinced, and I'm less convinced now. You know, if you don't think you're going to get there, then you've just got to funnel back and jockey and make sure, if you can't get the bounce of the ball, that you're there to put a challenge in. And he sort of half-heartedly goes for, oh, it's going to bounce over my head. And then when it does, he's out of the game. You know, they're 3 against 2 then. And unfortunately for Forest, you know, they don't grab a goal, because a big mistake like that, I think, needs to be punished, and usually is at this level. Forest are dead unlucky because Chelsea have been a mess at the back.
They absolutely have.
And the ball before that, sorry James, was a terrible ball from Acheampong to Lavia. We're looking at his mistake and saying, no, he gave the ball away, he didn't control it. But he's just chipped a ball up at him with a bit of pace, with a sort of bit of top and bounce on it. And you think, well, that's not the ball I wanted. If I wanted to control it and look up, I want something better than that, mate. And it made Lavia look poor, but that was Acheampong's ball. Yeah,
absolutely. It's been a pretty poor start to the game for plenty of players on the pitch. Possession has not been one of the key words I'd use to describe the game so far. Both teams have given it away. Acheampong has been guilty of that sin a fair few times, and now it's Chelsea who have an opportunity. A short free kick taken. It's Malo Gusto, ball to the left hand side, looking for Cucurella, heads it across. Decent opportunity for João Pedro, can't get there. Morato clears away for a throw in. And again, Chelsea, having been almost the creators of their own downfall moments ago, giving away opportunity after opportunity for Nottingham Forest, then go forward. The offside flag goes up against Cucurella anyway, and he was a yard or two offside. Does well to lay that ball back on the header, but can't find a teammate. There's plenty of red shirts in the back. I think almost everyone is back inside that 16-yard box, and the almost 6-yard box for Nottingham Forest, protecting cells in goal. They needn't do it though, because it was an offside flag, and now Forest break forward. It's a terrible ball from Douglas Luiz. Almost just hammers it into the air for Zinchenko to try and bring down. He can't do so, the Ukrainian, and that then will mean that Neto can come away down the byline, cuts it back. Zinchenko there on the follow-up, wins the ball back. No free kick, says the referee. Good decision as Elliot Anderson brings the ball forward. Lavia then fouling the Englishman, but again the referee not giving it. Lavia on the floor, rolling around to try and snap up the ball. In the end, can only snap up the heels of his opponents, and a free kick given once again. He's certainly an enthusiastic holding midfielder. He's the Belgian, but I think maybe one too many enthusiastic dives in there.
I didn't see much wrong with that. He's putting himself about, and I just thought he just about did it within the laws of the game, really. But I thought, yeah, I quite like it. I see something there, definitely. Chelsea are better going forward than they are defending, aren't they? But yeah, we saw that run from Neto. He's a little bit isolated. You know, it's easy to say it, but the miscall Palmer. You know, bad news this week. We found out he's going to be out for quite some time with that groin problem. And the thing is, you never really know. When you've got a groin problem like that, they're not operating. It's just like, well, how do you feel? You know, you don't really know when you say, oh, you've just got to rest it. But there's no doubt he's such a big difference maker. They miss him, and obviously Caicedo as well in the middle.
Absolutely, there's a lack of creative spark, really, I'd say, in this Chelsea side. Enzo Fernandez would have been playing in that number 10 role in for Cole Palmer, but then Enzo Fernandez himself now out with what Maresca describes as a minor injury, but an injury all the same. As Andre Santos comes into play in that creative role, but now it's Forest that looks to come forward and create something of their own. Williams lays the ball back. It's a decent one, looking for the run of Douglas Luiz at the back post, but can't find it. Thrashed away clear. Milenkovic picks up the loose pieces, and now it's Sangare infield to Elliot Anderson. Can he find a pass in Williams down the line? He can. Looking for that 1-2 there is the Welshman, but Nico Williams will cut backwards instead to Sangare. Now the Ivorian back to Morato, into Milenkovic. Milenkovic then down the line. Williams has got plenty of space. He wants to put a ball in, but he'll lay a flat ball to Gibbs White. It's the wrong option. And in the end, the attack comes to nothing.
Yeah, I said wow, but I didn't mean that in a good way. I thought, wow, what a terrible ball. He's got number 3 on his back, Nico Williams, which doesn't necessarily mean he's going to be, playing on the left. Then you've got Zinchenko, who does, but he's still a converted midfielder. You know what I mean? Nico Williams, I don't think plays as well on the right. They've got this back 3, and they're doing well. They've only got one man to mark. João Pedro, when he got the ball, we saw that he's got a little bit of magic about him. But it's one of those games. I'm still none the wiser after we've seen 25 minutes of it. I still couldn't tell you. Chelsea have got a reasonable attack. When Neto gets on the ball, Cucurella gets forward and all that, you think, oh yeah, they've got something. But Chelsea have been so bad at the back as well that, you know, maybe a better Forest team with more forward players they would have exploited them by now.
Absolutely foul there from Malo Gusto on Elliot Anderson, the Englishman going down and winning a free kick as well as he scoops the ball with his hands on the deck. That's the second time he's been fouled, the Forest number 8 so far, in the walls a little bit. Usually he's the one mainly involved in the aggressive part of the battle. Not seen that side of him so far. There's the ball now with Achampong, goes sideways towards Reece James. Malo Gusto in support, and he's utilised. I've seen Malo Gusto out more in that defensive midfield spot than Reece James has, which is a real surprise because I had the opposite round on paper. I wonder whether that's to just cope with the run of Zinchenko down the right-hand side. Maybe needs a bit less pace. The Ukrainian not exactly known for his running and athletic exploits. As another free kick goes, this time the way of Andre Santos. And with that, I'll hand over to John Hogan because we are halfway through this first half.
Thank you, James Medley. Yeah, I've sort of enjoyed the game. You know, we're 0-0, but it's got something going for it. I think the Premier League is not a place to grow up in. I'm watching Josh Achampong and thinking he probably needs a year in the Championship just to hone his skills, if not more. The same way I looked at João Cancelo.